I remember the exact moment. It was a Tuesday night and I was refreshing my channel page like a maniac. Then, it happened. The number flipped, 13,600 subscribers. I literally jumped out of my chair and did a weird, awkward, happy dance. This wasn't just a number on a screen, it was a milestone. Every late night, every failed idea, every moment of doubt suddenly felt worth it. For a solid hour, I just stared at it. 13.6K. I took about 100 screenshots, sent them to my mom, my best friend. Okay, maybe not my dog, but you get the picture. This felt like the beginning of something huge. It was the kind of moment you see in movies where the main character finally gets their big break. I felt like I had unlocked a new level in the game of life. The air in my room felt different, lighter. I was buzzing with an energy I wished I could bottle up. I ordered my favorite pizza, blasted my favorite music, and just soaked in the feeling. Every comment, every new like felt like a tiny firework. This number, 13.6K, wasn't just a goal I had reached. It was a promise. A promise that I was on the right path, that people were listening, that my voice mattered. That night, I barely slept. My mind was racing with ideas and gratitude. Hitting 13.6K felt like getting a key to a new door. Behind that door was a bigger stage, a brighter spotlight, and a growing community. I felt a huge sense of responsibility, but it was an exciting one. I was ready to give this community everything I had. I was so ready. Little did I know what was coming next. When I looked at that number, 13.6K, I didn't just see digits. I saw people. I pictured 13,600 individuals, each with their own lives, stories, and dreams. Each subscriber was a person who had clicked a button and said, "Hey, I like what you're doing." That felt incredibly personal. It wasn't just a metric for success, it was a connection. Every video I posted wasn't just being sent out into the void, it was being delivered to thousands who were waiting for it. People who might be having a bad day and needed a laugh, or who needed to feel understood. I wasn't just a creator making content. I was a person talking to other people. This mindset was the foundation of my channel. I wanted to build a real relationship with this audience, not just accumulate followers. Thinking of them as individuals also came with a good kind of pressure. It made me want to be better. I felt a duty to show up for them, to be authentic, and to provide value. They weren't just usernames. They were real people who chose to spend their time with me. That is a gift, a massive gift I never wanted to take for granted. 13.6K was never just a number. It was a community, a collection of stories, hopes, and connections. Behind every screen is a real person with a real heart. I was determined to honor that with everything I did next. With this growing community, my ambition became clear. I didn't just want a big channel. I wanted to build a home, a digital home where people felt safe, welcomed, and understood. My comment section needed to be a place of support, not negativity. My videos had to feel like a conversation with a friend. I set a tone, positivity, honesty, and kindness above all else. If I led with vulnerability and authenticity, the right people would be drawn to that energy. I wasn't interested in drama or clickbait. I wanted something lasting, built on trust. The internet can be harsh, but I was determined to carve out our own little corner of warmth. Every decision, from video topics to captions, was guided by this vision. Was this helpful? Was this kind? Did this make someone feel less alone? The comment sections filled with positivity. People shared stories and supported each other. It wasn't just my channel anymore, it was our home. I felt like a true community builder. To nurture this community, I kicked my efforts into overdrive. The hustle became my life. More content, more live streams, more everything. My schedule was brutal. Scripting, filming, editing, uploading non-stop. I replied to as many comments as I could, trying to make each person feel seen. I wanted to prove I wasn't just a distant creator. I was right there with them. It was exhausting, but it felt necessary. With a bigger audience came more opinions and expectations. Some wanted comedy, others wanted heartfelt talks, vlogs, or tutorials. I tried to do it all, twisting myself into a pretzel to please everyone. Fear of disappointing anyone started to guide my creative decisions. My own voice got a little lost in the noise. I thought effort equaled results. If I just worked harder, the community would thrive. I was the host, entertainer, therapist, and customer service rep, all in one. The hustle was real, and it was all-consuming. I believed it was the price of success. Then, the turning point came. The subscriber count stopped going up. In fact, it started to go down. At first, it was just a few, then more. Each time I refreshed, my heart sank. The number that once brought me joy was now a source of anxiety. I was working harder than ever, posting more, replying more. So why were people leaving? The confusion was maddening. I started to second-guess everything. Was it a new video, something I said? Was my content boring? I became obsessed with analytics, searching for answers that never came. The data just confirmed what I already knew. People were leaving. The digital home I built felt like it was developing cracks, and I had no idea how to fix them. The silence was the loudest part. No angry comments, just people disappearing. This slow decline was a quiet kind of torture. Every time I opened my channel page, I braced for a lower number. The joy of creating was replaced by the fear of losing. I was putting in maximum effort, but the results were going the other way. It felt like pushing a boulder up a hill, only to watch it roll back. As the subscriber count dropped, so did my spirit. Each lost subscriber felt like a personal failure, a breakup, every single day. I had tied my self-worth to that number, and now my confidence was shrinking with it. The pride I felt at 13.6K was replaced by shame. The self-doubt was relentless. My inner critic was louder than any positive comment. I started to question every creative instinct. I would film, then delete, convinced it was awful. The joy and spontaneity were gone, replaced by anxiety and fear of judgment. This period was incredibly lonely. When things go badly, the digital space feels empty. I felt like I couldn't talk about it. It felt ungrateful to complain. So I kept the pain to myself, putting on a happy face in videos while crumbling inside. The disconnect between my online persona and real feelings was exhausting. I lost sleep, lost my appetite. My passion project became my biggest source of anxiety. I started to dread the things I used to love. The numbers on the screen had too much power over my mood. I'd lost control, not just of my channel, but of my own happiness. In the middle of all that pain, a hard truth surfaced. Sometimes your best effort doesn't guarantee the outcome you want. I believed hard work was a magic formula, but the universe doesn't work that way. There are algorithms, trends, and a million variables out of your control. This realization was devastating but also liberating. My effort was only one part of a much bigger equation. I had to accept that I could pour my heart into something, and it still might not turn out as planned. Slowly, I realized, if I can't control the outcome, maybe the outcome isn't the most important thing. I had to learn to separate my effort from the result. This was the start of untangling my identity from numbers. The hardest lesson was learning to let go. After hitting rock bottom, I knew something had to change. I stopped obsessing over numbers and reconnected with myself. I asked, why did I start this channel? The answer wasn't to get 13.6K subscribers. I started because I loved making things, telling stories, connecting with people. Somewhere along the way, I had forgotten that. I replaced my love for the process with an obsession over results. So I made a new promise. Create things I was proud of, make videos I found interesting, return to my own voice. By trying to be everything to everybody, I had become nothing specific to anyone. The magic of my channel was always my unique perspective. I started making videos for an audience of one, myself. The joy came back, the creative spark returned. I was no longer creating out of fear, but out of love. Slowly, the right people noticed. The subscriber count stabilized, the comments became more engaged. The people who were meant to be here stayed. I was building a home for people who genuinely connected with me, for me. Today, when I look back, I feel a mix of emotions. The high of hitting 13.6K, the low of watching it fall, both are part of my story. The high taught me what it felt like to achieve a dream. The low taught me what that dream was truly about. I learned that a community isn't about size, it's about connection. My value as a creator and as a person has nothing to do with a number on a screen. My worth comes from my passion, effort, authenticity, and kindness. The dream has changed. It's about sustainability, joy in the process, and real connections. It's a quieter dream, but so much stronger and more fulfilling. The roller coaster ride continues, but now I'm strapped in differently. My hands are free to create, to connect, and to enjoy the ride for what it is. And I'm grateful for every twist and turn that brought me here, to this place of understanding and genuine joy.